last few years, we were associated with Northeast in developing TB laboratory network on behalf of Central TB Division under revised National TB Control Program. We are one of the 6 national reference laboratories in the country under revised National TB Control Program. Previously, our institute was known as LRS, Institute of Tuberculosis and Respiratory Diseases. Those who are in the medical field and associated with tuberculosis, they know this institute very well. For those who are not in the medical field, this is an autonomous institute under Ministry of Health, Government of India, and it is a nodal center and a technical help for the Central TB Division. We participate with Central TB Division in developing strategies which are economically feasible and useful to the country. We also take up evaluation and implementation of various newer technologies in the program from time to time as and when Central TB Division gives to us. One of the tasks given to us during our development of the institute was to provide a laboratory support to the Northeast when Central TB Division was taking up expansion of their DRTB program in the country. From 2007, they have started implementing in phases drug-resistant TB control program in the country. That time, they assessed the country and they found that Northeast is lagging behind. They don't have laboratory support. So they approached us saying, can you provide laboratory services? We as a service providing laboratory offered our services and developed various strategies how to get samples from the Northeast. Almost all states, including Sikkim, they started sending samples. We helped them to develop sample packing, processing, preliminary processing, and handing over to couriers, and then guided couriers to transport it in safe manner so that there is no biological accident during the transport. Before I take up further, I just want to introduce what is the brief incidence and prevalence of tuberculosis in the country so that you can gauge. All of you must be knowing, all the experts sitting here know what is the biggest problem of TB in the country. The incidence is per million, there are 2.2 cases and the prevalence is 2.5, ranging from 1.7 to 3.5. Mortality is about 0.22% per million. MDR among notified new pulmonary cases is 2.2, and MDR among notified retreatment pulmonary cases is about 15%. Range is 11 to 19%. Let's see what is the Northeast condition. Entire Northeast is covered by RNTCP. There are about 5 crore population in the Northeast, 4.82 precisely. Entire population is covered by RNTCP as well as PMDT. PMDT was covered from 2007 onwards and they could achieve this by 2013. In phases they have covered this and we provided the support. And these are the latest treatment outcomes of newer cases as well as retreatment cases. If you see this, if you see the new smear positive cured percentages, they are falling short of the targeted under RNTC. Only Nagaland used to achieve the good cure rates, 90%. And if you come to the retreatment cases, the cure rates are far below. No state except Nagaland, no state is reaching to the targeted percentages. And at the end of 2014, when we were asked to hand over this region to Bhubaneswar laboratory as an NRL, this is the laboratory network in place. We helped 4 states to develop their IRLs, that is Intermediate Reference Laboratory. One is there in Manipur, one in Arunachal Pradesh, one in Assam, and there is another lab identified for providing culture and DST in Meghalaya. And there are 4 STDCs. LPA facility is available in 2 states, that is in Assam as well as in Meghalaya. And liquid culture facility again, it is available in Assam and Meghalaya. CBNet This is the latest figure. 36 CBNets have been provided to the Northeast. Almost all are installed and they are functional. There are 89 district TV centers, well functional. There are 3 teams in my department which take annual trips to the sites, and time to time they conduct on-site evaluation, and during every evaluation visit they visit 2 districts at least. So last 5 to 6 years we have visited most of the districts. There are 676 DMCs in the region, and some regions are so remotest possible areas. I have seen in one region called Chunchunagiri. It's a very far place away from Kohima. And in the period of 3 months, there are only 5 patients there. So such type of places also they have provided services. Nagaland RNTCP program is very robust. In fact, they can reach the last person of the RNTCP program on telephone at the shortest possible notice, and that person will be available to provide the services. Very well, robustly built up the services there. And all of them were linked till 2014 with us, and we handed over these all the labs to Bhubaneswar in 2015 October. And RMRC, that is the RMRC laboratory of ICMR, is now presently providing laboratory services and on-site evaluation of their laboratories from time to time. And RMRC is being handhold, is being done to that RMRC by NTI till it achieves its goal of becoming a full-fledged NRL. Presently, we are also linked with Northeast. We are getting follow-up samples of MDR TB patients from Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. And almost all states are sending their patients who are suspects of XDR samples to us for diagnosis of XDR TB in our institute. This is what right now we are providing services. And apart from that, we also provide some infrastructure to the Northeast by acting as a storehouse in our institute. We keep all the equipments received for distribution to Northeast, and they are kept till the Northeast people come and collect. After the Central TV Division releases the orders for distribution purpose. Right now, LED microscopes and binocular microscopes are being distributed from our institute. Over a period of time, we have carried out this many tests for various states. Around 1,000 samples of MDR suspects were sent to us. And if you see the last line, the MDR rate on an average in MDR suspects of all criteria, we have found that it is 58% of their MDR suspects real MDRs. And if you see only R resistance, it's about 5%. Mono resistance. Mono H resistance is about 5%. And of all MDR suspects, only around 28% are sensitive to both the drugs. We also did a second line DST, and this is very alarming. I won't say this to be interpolated onto the population and take it as a surveillance report. No, this is a tertiary care institute report based on suspect sample received in our institute. So this calls for an introspection to see actual surveillance may be needed to be done so that interventional activities can be taken up at the right moment in a bigger way. If you see XDR 22% in suspects, and only the pre-XDR would be 43 plus 14, that will be 57% are pre-XDRs. So it's a very alarming picture in terms of TB control activity in the region. Of course, we receive almost all samples of MDR suspects and XDR suspects from Sikkim to us only, because they are not able to send to any other NRL for diagnostic purposes. And Sikkim is also having a great number of XDRs. This is the largest number we received from Sikkim in the last 1 year. You all know this is this northeast region, and we have, in the first year of activity with northeast, we have analyzed our results of 1 year, and we found that the smear positivity rate varies. And we found that time LPA was recently introduced into the program, and we thought the northeast is a very interesting thing, and we are getting all suspect samples of criteria A, B and C from different states. So accordingly we analyzed it and published in IGMR, and we found common mutations like this. Yeah, this is a high rate of MDR, 53.4% among suspects. There is a genetic diversity as low as 70% of the isolate belong to major single SIT, that is Beijing's type, as Dr. Salman Singh has already elucidated. Almost 70% of them belong to Beijing type, and almost all major group of isolates belong to 5 clades only, that is Beijing, Central African strain, EI and T1 and H4. Common mutations among when we did LPA was S531 and CATG S351T. These are the common types we have seen. This is same as in other areas, but in the most common type was the Beijing type. And future work, we thought we can do further genotyping of the strains. Instead of doing only genotyping, I also suggested in my previous communication that we should also take up pharmacogenetics of TB patients and the strain, so that what they can be associated with treatment outcomes, and go ahead and take corrective measures in the program, so that we can tackle the patient right from the beginning itself in a manner which can give higher cure rates. Thank you.